In which step below does a mistake first appear in simplifying the expression? Okay, so given this expression, 0.5 multiplied to negative 12 gives me negative 6c. 0.5 times 6 gives me 3. Negative 3 times c gives me negative 3c. Negative 3 times 4 should give me negative, should give me negative 12. A negative times a positive is a negative. So the step that shows the mistake is step 2. Okay, and let's move on to number 8. It says, which of the following equations are not represented by the graph? So this graph has a y-intercept of negative 2. So y-intercept is negative 2. It has an x-intercept of 3. So it wants to know which one does not have that information. Let's find the slope. The slope is going up 2 to the right 3. So rise over run would be 2 over 3. And it's increasing. So the slope should be positive slope. So when we look at these choices, the y-intercept B is negative 2, so that's good. But the slope says negative 3 over 2, and I got a positive 2 over 3. So that means it cannot be A. 1, does not represent the graph. So since it does not, that's one of my possible choices. Now I'll look at this one. Oh boy. We can take this answer and cover up the x for the y-intercept. And so for the y-intercept, that gives us negative 3, y equals 6, divided by negative 3. And so y is negative 2. And is the y-intercept negative 2? Yes, it is. Now let's find the x-intercept. And that means to cover up the y. So 2x equals 6. Divide by 2. X is 3. Did I get 3? Yes, I did. So this does represent the graph. I don't want that. So I guess what I should have done on the last one was not put an X on it, was put a check like I did over here, so that I don't confuse you. So I can't use this, but I can use that one. And why? Because it says not. So, okay. Now let's look at 3 and 4. If you are not sure about 3, let's hold off on it. But let's look at number 4. This is in point slope form. So 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. And so that we have a little more room, let me rewrite that here so you can see me distribute. So when I multiply that, it gives me 2/3 x. When I multiply that, it's just going to be 2/3 times 6. And that gives me 4. Now, how did I do that? You can use a calculator, or you can do it by hand, or you should have saw my work over here. 2 over 3 times 6 over 1. This, I did some cross reducing. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice, so it is 4. My phone is ringing, sorry, and the bell's about to ring. Okay, so this is minus 4, and then I add 2. And I move this over to him, and there's the bell. I told you it would ring, and there's noise in the hallway. So I have a y-intercept of negative 2 and a slope of 2 over 3. So this one here, it does represent that graph. So I know if the answer says 2 or 4 on it, it's not the answer to this question. That says 2, so it's not B. That says 4, so it's not C. That says 4, so it is not D. It has to be A, which means number 3 does not represent this graph. Now, how can you check that? You would plug it directly into the calculator. So let me get a calculator, and start the next video showing you why this one is not one of the answers.